Other events later on that I really enjoyed. I mean, not later on. I always enjoyed theater events. My mom was obsessed with theater, so whenever we didn't go, I didn't need to go and perform at a competition. We would go to a theater on the weekend. Yeah. So I've attended a lot of these theater plays in the Metaslavic tradition. Imagine, didn't understand nothing, but was like super happy to go and observe. We always like get the binoculars, like look at the faces of people all the time. It's so much fun. I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed it. And you don't have to dress up when you go out to the theaters. I'm always like, going out. Yeah, I don't go to theaters these days anymore. I don't think theater is like really interesting at this point. Maybe I should go back to Metaslavia, and there will be. But generally speaking, theater is some of my favorite forms of art. Theater. These two together. Yeah, I don't know how we go about these two here. I'll think about it later. Let's get this going. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go into my memory lane of the most recent events that I enjoyed. And by most recent, that would be like 5 years ago. Because to be honest, I didn't enjoy any conference that I go to. Like, no, not for me. They're more like work for me and networking, but definitely not entertaining in any way or inspiring in any way. Like looking at people talk on stage about technology. Come on, guys, we can do better at this point in life, right? So favorite events are circling, touch and play, ecstatic dances, variety of different conscious events that I've attended and been part of and organized in New York City. And mostly New York. Also in Europe, when I would travel to Europe, I would also go always on Facebook and like chat all these conscious communities with their conscious little events with authentic connecting and relating, right? Contact improv and all of these different modalities of healing. Love them, all of them, always my favorite. And the most exciting thing for me always was to study all these different healing modalities and understand like which ones are working for me and why. And my favorite ones were definitely rebirthing, breathwork. Breathwork, always nice, super trippy. You get into such heightened states and you're like, oh God, I like feel how my dad is hating me when I was born. Good times. You kind of like get those memories out of your system and live through those moments of life that were kind of defining, to your personality. Rebirthing breathwork, definitely a lot of dance stuffs. For example, in Southeast Asia, I did a lot of these kind of things. For example, in Thailand, in which island? Kopangan. In Kopangan, I trained a variety of different things, including play fight. So it was like dancing and fighting, but it's not capoeira. It's actually touching each other and pushing and doing all these like very powerful practices. Hello, Uli, my teacher. I love you. He's a German guy. So that was my favorite. Then we also did all kinds of contact improv practices and trainings, and also dancing in nature. Oh, well, actually, those were in Bali anyway. And then dancing in nature was definitely in Kopangan. And dancing in nature was also one of my favorite because we would like go out on our scooters, and bikes, and go to nature, different spots, and record ourselves dance with nature and with each other as well, but mostly with the water streams, and jungly type of environments. Incredible, very aesthetics. Where is it all in my life? Where did you all go? We don't know. All kind of disappeared. And then all became AI and Web3. Somehow. God, my life has become really miserable compared to what it's been before. Just realizing now. Maybe that's why I'm so depressed. Yeah, most likely. This goes here. Extras. Lucky one. So, yeah, dance events for sure. Circling was my favorite practice in New York. Circling is a way of interpersonal meditation where you're sitting in a group of people, like say 15 people, and you express how you feel. You're prompted usually in the beginning to practice a little bit in smaller groups or in one-on-one, and then you're gonna go back into that big group and start, somebody starts sharing. I feel like I am being observed right now. And that makes me feel very good and powerful and seen and heard. Simple things. And then another person says, just a popcorn style, they say, I feel triggered by what you said just now because I feel like I need to be observed now. Something like that. And something very, very simple and direct. And then you go back into like, okay, I feel like I am feeling tense in my belly because I feel afraid of public speaking. And then another one, I feel like I wanted to go first and now I'm fourth and I feel bad about that. It's bad examples, but it's hard to give examples because they have to be very natural. And it is a good practice to organize our thoughts and feelings and share them publicly, authentically, and then be... This one's very... Oh no, this one very lucky. Well, actually, quite obvious. This one's for me. What is this? It's a frog. You can't see well. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one and then this one for me. Oh yeah, one more. So circling helps us to feel our emotions, to reflect on these emotions. I want this one. And to be able to express them clearly to a group of people who are like, attention is on you, go. It's one of the best interpersonal meditation experience I've ever experienced in my whole life. And that made me feel a little bit more connected to myself and my truth in my own emotions and be able to express them in a direct manner. And for those people who have not experienced circling, they get confused by me, especially in the past when I was kind of like always circling. Even outside of circling, I was always expressing how I feel and what things are triggering in me and being very direct with people. But I've learned my lessons that most people have not done circling, so they don't know what's that about, what that super authentic sharing is about, and being super vulnerable. And one of my teachers, Hello Kirtan, he says, you're no longer my teacher, by the way, just saying. You're not even a hacker anymore, you're fired a long time ago. And he was like, you assume intimacy before it happens. No, I don't assume no intimacy. I'm just being myself fully and I'm opening up to you because I'm not scared to open up to you, fucker. But yeah, I love you, Kirtanchik. Oh, these are pink. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take this one. I'm not gonna show you. It's too private. So yeah, circling, authentic relating practices of all kinds. Everything has to do with conversational meditation. Yeah, I'm in, and loving to facilitate it and to come up with prompts and to lead these kind of like circles. This is my jam. These are the kind of events I'd like to organize more in the next scenario development. And of course, ecstatic dance. Ecstatic dance is when you dance freely and you just listen to music and then you basically go for it. Okay, now I see. This one goes there. Yeah. And one more. Wow, this batch is quite happy batch. All because we're talking about events. Let's stop here.